Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to 8 Ball Sports. And now it is time for the Syracuse Florida State post-game analysis, in which Syracuse absolutely dominated Florida State. Now I know the score was 30-7, and that is a 23 point, differential, and some people may not say that's domination, but if you watched the game, Syracuse defense absolutely dominated Florida State's offense. Syracuse's offense was, okay. They put up 30 points. That's not bad. But it's their defense that I think should be getting the main focus. So for Syracuse offensively, DeVito, their quarterback, they also threw in what's his name? It's like Dungy, I think maybe. I know it's not Ungi, but it ends like kind of Gey, I believe. Anyway, DeVito, 11 for 17, 144 yards, a touchdown. He did not throw an interception. He added a rushing touchdown with that as well. So a pretty good, solid day from him. Nothing spectacular, but enough that he put his team in a position to win, and then their defense obviously backed up him well enough. He threw running the ball. Neal 19 carries, 75 yards. Howard 5 carries, 55 yards, and then Strickland 13 carries for 36 yards. And he did also have the second rushing touchdown for Syracuse. So they did a really good job of mixing in their different running backs. They ran the ball heavy. They were in the second half really working to run out that clock. They had the lead. They were up 20-0 at one point. Let's run the clock out. Let's finish this. And they ran the ball pretty effectively. Near the end of the game, they were 3 for 4 on field goals, so the 3 touchdowns, the passing, and then 2 rushing, and then 3 field goals obviously give them the 30 points. And then for Florida State, offensively, it was a struggle. DeAndre Francois was 18 for 37, 178 yards. He did not throw a passing touchdown, and he threw an interception. He did have the only touchdown for Florida State. He ran in for it. That's just not good. Completion percentage is abysmal, not even 50%. Less than 50% is almost, you rarely win games with a quarterback that has a completion percentage below 50%. And, running the ball, Akers, 10 carries, 52 yards. Gavin, their top receiver, 6 carries, 79 yards. They had to punt the ball 10 times. And I saw a stat when I was doing my research for this game that someone tweeted out, so I don't have the name of the guy who tweeted out, but that Syracuse, was 108th coming to this game ranked defensively. Now I know there's only been 2 games so far, but Florida State, something's up with their offense. I understand Jimbo Fisher left, but they have talented enough players that they should be beating teams like Syracuse. And this isn't even close. This is a blowout. A 30-7 loss to a team that they should be beating with the talent they have. Francois is a solid quarterback. I don't think he's fantastic. I don't think he'll be a first-round draft pick unless he really steps up the second half of the season, or I don't know how old he is. I don't think he's a senior this year though. So next year if he stays, but I don't think he's going to be a first round draft pick. But they should have players around him. Jimbo Fisher was great at recruiting. They have had great recruiting classes. Where are those players making these impact plays? I mean, for Syracuse, this is 2 straight years where you've pulled off the big upset against the ACC opponent. Last year was Clemson. I actually did not get to watch that game. I was on a vacation, but I heard about it, and I was like, wow, Syracuse beating Clemson. Did not see that coming. And then I watched this game this year, and I said, Syracuse is not a bad football team, but they shouldn't be beating Florida State. They shouldn't be beating Clemson. They could be a middle-of-the-road ACC team in my eyes. They could have a bowl season. They could win 6 games. I believe they're 2-1 now. Florida State drops to 1-2. And I even wrote down on my sheet here, will Florida State make a bowl game? It's a realistic question, in my opinion, to ask, because they're 1-2. They're in a tougher division. They're 0-2 against the ACC. Of course, they lost to Virginia Tech, and now they've lost to Syracuse. And they're going to have to play Clemson, I presume. Maybe have to play Louisville. I don't know their schedule exactly, but I'm thinking about their top ACC teams. Miami, Florida State. I don't even know who'd win that. Miami did not look dominant against Toledo today, and obviously they got blown out by LSU to start off the year. Florida State got beat by Virginia Tech to start off the year. The ACC really, Clemson didn't even look great today. They ended up winning the game by a pretty good margin, but early on they were looking a little rough. The ACC right now is not looking fantastic. But we'll see. Obviously, it's rare that two teams from the same division got in. Obviously, last year happened with the SEC, but I don't think it happened any year before that in the playoffs. So we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry if you hear that dog barking. He's going a little crazy. But is FSU missing Jimbo Fisher? He went to Texas A&M. It's big. It's big. The big takeaways from this game, and I'll wrap up the video here. Syracuse got too much pressure. Florida State's offensive line has to do a better job of protecting. Francois has to get rid of the ball maybe a little faster. And if you're Syracuse, you're going, you're excited for this win. Home win, big win, and a really big win for the program at Syracuse, who are trying to take that next step and be a maybe ACC championship contender. I don't think it'll be this year. I don't know when it'll be, but this is a good start. Beating a Florida State team that I know everyone's kind of questionable on. They weren't ranked coming into this matchup because of how they had played the first 2 weeks. But they were still a team that should beat Syracuse, and they didn't. And if you're a Florida State fan, I would be a little bit concerned. Your new head coach is not leading this team in the right direction in my eyes. In my eyes, you went from winning the national championship with Jameis Winston, and then ever since, we've been slowly going down. And yeah. So, the question I have for you that you can answer down in the comment section below, will Florida State make a bowl game? I asked this on the video before, if Nebraska would make a bowl game. I'm going to keep the same question. Do you think Florida State makes a bowl game? In my eyes, I think they do find a way to squeak 6 wins out of the season and make a bowl game, maybe 7, 8 at the most. They're already lost 2. I see them at least losing 2 more, possibly more. Do you think Florida State makes a bowl game? And is Florida State's season pretty much already done? I mean, two-loss team I don't see getting in to the college football playoffs, and a 2-loss ACC team I don't see winning the ACC championship game. So leave that down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you like talking about college football, you like watching reactions, analysis to the game, then please subscribe to 8 Ball Sports. We're getting closer to 100 subscribers, and I'll see you guys later.